GameFace with MJ and Dolph. Let's go! Hello everybody, welcome to the first edition of GameFace with MJ and Dolph. I promise as this goes on, this show will change, it will morph, and we will get better at this. But
God, I hope so.
For now, my name is MJ. That's Dolph on the other side over there. Some of you may know him. Nobody really knows me, but this is the first show, and we're looking forward to having some fun. How's it going, Dolph?
Oh yeah, man. Man, I'm good. I'm excited to be here. When you approached me to come on to start on a different podcast, did you approach me? I don't know. It was like a mutual approaching, I guess, maybe. I don't know, but I've been excited ever since then. Like, I was wanting to do another podcast, and it was going to be not sports. But honestly, though, the sports side of me is passionate. I mean, I have so many followers on Twitter right now, just my Dolphin page.
That's awesome.
I don't really go on there anymore because I don't really do that side of Twitter anymore. It's just, it's very weird. But anyways, yeah, man, I'm super excited about being here and just hanging out with my buddy MJ, man. That's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, when it comes to that, just to catch everybody up, whoever's watching, the 1-2 people, it just started in conversation. You and I were on the phone, and we started talking about stuff, and it just popped up. And I told you about how my nephew had been talking to me about doing a show, and then we just got into it, and here we are. It's edition number one.
Man. His loss, my gain. I'm in it.
Absolutely. So, let's get into some current things that are going on right now in the world. So, we're talking about the NFL at least. What are some of the big stories? We got Lamar Jackson. Everybody's kind of freaking out. a lot of different views, a lot of different opinions on both sides, whatever it is you want to talk about. Then we got Aaron Rodgers out there too. Again, some opinions, most of the opinions are coming from Jets fans because they're terrified and they don't want to admit it. But Lamar Jackson. So what's the issue? The issue is,
I think it's crazy. Like, thinking about both things we're talking, these are two franchise quarterbacks, both and arguably at the top of their game still. Like, Aaron Rodgers may be older, but he is still an amazing quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't his issues in Green Bay last year.
No.
And Lamar Jackson has been one of my favorite quarterbacks since he came in the league. Like, I loved watching him play. He's such a dynamic player. So to start this conversation and talk about two amazing MVP level quarterbacks within the last 5 years, at least one season apiece, right? It's crazy.
At least.
It's crazy. Like, who are these teams giving up franchise quarterbacks like it's nothing?
Well, here's the thing, and I love that you brought it up like that. I really, really do. Because I think especially on the Lamar side, we're going to differ just a little bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Go for it.
So Lamar, amazing talent. I've seen him from Louisville. I've seen him in high school in Miami. Like, amazing talent. Of course, in Miami, I had no clue who he was, but I was like, damn, this dude can run.
Shit.
In college, he was lighting college up all over the place.
Oh, my God.
And then, of course, in the pros, you have I believe he was the youngest MVP of all time. And
that's possible.
And then you've got, for some reason, Baltimore decides not to extend him before his rookie deal's out. Now they've got this big problem on their hands. Now, here's why I say we're different. You had a very, very high opinion of Lamar Jackson, and I have a very good opinion of Lamar Jackson, but I don't trust him in a lot of systems. That system has been geared towards exactly what he can do, and he's had issues with accuracy. He's had issues with staying healthy. There's some issues there that's one of the reasons the teams are looking at this. Now, could it be the C word, collusion? Absolutely.
Oh, the C word.
Yes, you got a bunch of billionaires that get together twice a year, and magically, when Lamar says that he wants to be traded, within 10 to 15 minutes, like 5 or 6 teams are falling over themselves to put out statements saying that they're not interested. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, there's definitely some inner workings in the back screens and back rooms and whatever. Yeah, don't get me wrong. You're absolutely right. I don't think that anything that you're saying is wrong. He has had health issues. That's running quarterbacks. They're going to have health issues. They're going to take hits. If they're going to be that guy, go back in the day. Look at Steve Young. That guy gets to get beat up constantly.
Oh yeah.
But he was out there and running and was amazing at it. And I think Lamar is just as good as that, if not better, when he's healthy. He's going to have health issues. I don't think that Baltimore did him any justice, though. Their line and everybody around him is counting on him more than they probably should be. Who are their wide receivers?
Well, that's one of the problems. That's one of the problems. You can ask that question all day, and here I'm going to give you 2 reasons why that's a problem. Number 1, the system. The system, everybody knows they're going to run the hell out of the ball. They're not going to throw it a ton. So receivers, what are they worried about? They're worried about my next contract. That's what they're worried about. They should be. It's a business. It's a business. The owners aren't the only ones that can make money off of this thing. So receivers are looking at it and, well, I can play with Lamar, but I'm going to catch like 50-something passes a season, and I'm not going to get that big contract when it's time. So that's one problem. The other problem is that the system was geared towards run. Let's run it down their throat. So where's the value? The value is in making sure that the defense is good so you can stay in games, and then let Lamar go crazy and handle everything else himself. So I believe if they had given him some better receivers, they probably would have had a better offense. Of course, Hollywood Brown was on the team, and he got missed a whole lot with passes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, my fantasy plays to put Lamar, and I know you're going to agree with me right now. I know you are, because I can smell the tea leaves right now. After the draft is over, more teams are going to have capital. We all know that is just the way that it works. I believe San Francisco, if it goes past the draft, will try and get involved. If San Francisco gets Lamar, it's over. It's over. It's over. Forget it. Just hand them the trophy immediately, because the little things that are missing in that offense, he'll plug them immediately, and it'll be the scariest offense in the NFL.
It was scary with Brock last year, honestly. Like, when he were playing against the Dolphins, I was like, who the fuck is this kid? Yep. Why is he running all over my Dolphins? What the hell? Like, and I was looking for excuses, and there were none. He was just that good, and there was no tape on him, nothing out there to tell us how to play against him and how to, like, tendencies or anything. Yep. That guy was nobody. So he had a lot going for him. This next season is going to tell. That's why the sophomore slump is such a big thing with quarterbacks. Is the first year they 100% don't know what's coming. The second year they have 16, 17 games worth of tape on you to figure out what your tendencies are and what we can do to beat that. Think of what team was it that started dropping back in the secondary and eating up Tua? Was it the Bills? I think it was the Bills, wasn't it?
Well, it was the Bills, and it was the Bills, that started doing it.
That started that.
And everybody. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you figure out how to combat somebody that's eating you alive, it's real easy if you're one-sided. And I think that's might happen with him.
Okay, but let's flip the coin.
It's kind of a one-sided team.
Let's flip the coin.
Okay.
A self-admitted sports super nerd over here. I saw the dude play at Iowa State. And I saw him play very early on. And I was like, this dude is good. Like, of course, it's college, right? It's Iowa State. It doesn't take a lot to look like you're the superstar. But he won Freshman of the Year in that conference. I believe it was the Big 12 at that point. It might still be the Big 12. But he won Freshman of the Year. And everybody was saying the same thing. Oh, yeah, they're going to catch up. Some people are going to figure it out. Dude, he took that team into relevancy by himself. Okay. There was nobody on that team. I don't care what they say. There was nobody on that team, and he carried it all the way. So I think San Francisco has something there. And I think that they know it, but the allure of bringing in somebody like Jackson might be too strong.
It's just expensive.
Yeah, but he's also 26.
Think of the asking capital that they want, that the Ravens are asking. They're asking for an arm and a leg and firstborn children and my left pinky toe. Like, they're asking for all that. Plus, he wants a full contract. But
pause a moment. Because they can't ask for the world. Because they put a conditional. They put the conditional franchise tag on him. So what that means is that any team, and this is where one of the big problems is, where you might get rid of the C word. This is one of the big problems, because he can sign an offer sheet with whatever team he wants if they negotiate it out. All they have to do is give up 2 first-round draft picks to the Ravens because of the franchise tag they put on him.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's the non-exclusive tag. But here's the problem. Baltimore's doing it for a reason. Baltimore is lazy. Okay, and what they want is that they want him to sign a tender with somebody, and all they have to do is match. That's it. So if he won't negotiate with them, and he won't say, they won't come to a price, they're going to say, okay, we'll go out there and find out what you're worth on the market. If somebody says, oh, you're worth $180 million, and he says, Yeah, okay, then that's what you're offering me. All he has to do is go back to the Ravens, and they say, okay, matched, problem solved. So there's teams, I know for a fact, there's teams in the NFL that are looking at this and saying, we're not going to go through all of this and have to store all this cap space in the middle of free agency just to have them match. And they have 10 days to match. That's a long time in free agency.
Oh, that's a long time in the NFL and in free agency, absolutely.
So that's one of the big problems with Lamar right now. Because the whole thing with the guaranteed contract, he came out and said recently, it doesn't have to be guaranteed, but that's because now he's saying, I want out of Baltimore. So Baltimore has a bigger problem on their hands. Because now what teams I believe are going to do is they're going to try and approach them for a sign and trade so then they can lower the 2 first-round draft pick cap because Lamar wants out. He's not going to play for you anymore.
Yeah, he'll sit out. I guarantee he'll sit out if he doesn't get... He 100% should. I mean, so I'm a fan, so I look at it from my side as a fan, but then I look at it, it's a business.
Yeah.
These guys have been conditioning themselves for their whole life. They've spent a lot of time and effort into doing this, and they have the option of dying on that field. It's happened before. It will happen again. I guarantee it. And they need to get paid and be able to take care of their family if that's something like that does happen. Yeah. And the NFL does not do enough good for players unless they go over, 10 years?
Yeah.
I think 10 years is when they start getting vested in the NFL pension and all that stuff. So, yeah, if he's under that, which he 100% is at this point, he's 5 years in? 5 years, right?
Yeah, he's 5 years now because of the rookie
contract. This is his 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. He needs to look out for himself. He screwed himself, though, if you think about it. It's like going to court standing up for yourself. Mm-hmm. That is not the best person. I've done that. As smart as I am, as much research as I did, I sound like an asshole in court. Well, objection. Dude, it's bullshit. You can't go into these meetings and have the ability to look at it and say, you're emotional with this.
Yes.
Your guy is not going to be emotional. Your girl that goes, your manager, your agent is not going to go in there emotionally charged with knowing that they have to get you that contract to feed your family. And that's the same way. He needed somebody to actually have his back out there, not just him and he's trying to save pennies, and he's going to lose millions.
And the big problem, honestly, in my opinion, the big problem on it was that he fell behind everybody else. Because now you have to speak to the teams. There's something called tampering, which says that player can't speak to teams. But it doesn't stop his agent from going and shaking some hands at the combine, shaking some hands at the owners' meetings, things like that. And wink, wink. Hey,
my boy's coming out.
Lamar likes teal and green, teal and aqua. He likes California. You can't do that when it's just you. So now the only time he could do it is when free agency starts. By then, half of these deals are already done. You've got the legal tampering period, which it's amazing that still they have this. And the moment that window opens up, 2 minutes in, somebody just signed a 5-year contract. Come on, man, you don't negotiate that in 2 minutes.
Right, we're Dolphin fans. We know this by firsthand. We watched it happen with Brady.
Do we have to go there? Okay, NFL, if you're watching, I don't have draft picks for you to take. Okay, so stop.
You can try though. Come on, man, bring it.
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
That it still hurts. And looking at the draft order this year, I'm just like, motherfucker. It sucks. I hate that we lost it, especially off of Brady and the Peyton. To me, both are past their prime and not worth us. And to lose a draft pick just because we talked to them when they... I'm sorry. Okay, I can't see it.
But let me spin that for you. Because I'm the spin doctor. You know that.
Fire away.
I figure out ways. It's going to turn out to be a blessing in disguise. I know it's hard to see, but look at it this way. They've been flirting with first-round quarterbacks. They've been flirting with drafting for people. They've been flirting with getting a high-name coach all this time. The NFL comes in, strips you of draft picks, does all these things. You can't do anything. You couldn't bring in Brady, so now Tua got a chance. Tua got to show what he could do. You couldn't bring in Peyton because of what happened. He took an extra year. We found Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniels turned out to be a hell of a coach. Not just that, but now in this offseason, because you don't have a first-round draft pick this year, because I don't believe we have a second. I think our first pick is in the 3rd round. You can't even broach the subject. You can't even broach the subject of trading for Aaron Rodgers. You can't broach the subject of trading for another quarterback. So what do? We're all in with Tua. We're all in. We're going to give it a shot, and either it's going to work or it's not. I'm one of those that believes it's going to work because the dude has shown a lot of things. Yeah, everybody's going to say the injury the injury concerns, the concussions are scary. The
Dude,
other injuries,
yeah.
the other injuries that come up, dude, the guy's still getting healthy. You know, they played him when they shouldn't have in his rookie year.
We got a second rounder, pick 51, and then pick 84 in round 3.
Okay, so I stand corrected. Look, I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong, guys. You learn that.
This guy, this guy over here, this guy. I'm just got the internet. That's all I could do it there. But yeah, man, I hope that Lamar finds his home. There's nothing, I mean, like you said, he's only 26 years old. The guy is just a pure, raw, amazing talent, and he needs to find a good place to be. I just don't know where that would be. In all honesty, like, I don't know.
Okay,
the Steelers might, they could.
No.
I know it's not being talked about, but I think that he would fit well there in that offense. I think him and Tomlin have a similar mindset with it, but he's just not as good as a passer as he needs to be to do that.
Here's the problem. Tomlin is a heck of a coach, and I believe the two of them would get on fantastically.
Yeah.
But that offense is a smash mouth offense. It'd basically be Baltimore Part 2. If you give me a wish list of places where to put Lamar, okay, now, if Tua wasn't the guy for us, because I believe he is, Miami would be a phenomenal place to put him. Because you've got a coach that can just change the scheme for whatever his players can do. San Francisco, I already brought up. Detroit would be a great place for Lamar to be because they have pieces around them. The Jets would be a fantastic place, even though it's the Jets. Let's be real. They're going to screw it up. It's just how they do things. Like, you could give the Jets every pick in the first round for the next 5 years, and they would still not ever win a Super Bowl. It's just how it's going to work out.
They have that every year anyway.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, every pick. All 32. All 32. Let them take whoever they want, and they would still find a way to screw it up somehow because that's the Jets. And Jets suck. That's just how it is. But, yeah, those are the teams that I believe that he could go to and do absolutely phenomenal. A dark horse, and it's not going to happen because they just signed their quarterback, and they're looking into the future, Seattle. Seattle would be another great place. You have a coach that understands running quarterbacks and that can develop a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with the Dolphin side, but I also agree that Tua's the man, and I think that he's going to take this team as long as he can stay healthy. But if he can't stay healthy behind that line, I don't think Lamar could either. So I think that we're good where we're at. The coach is phenomenal. Mike McDaniels is just crazy. The way his ability to adjust and to scheme the way he does, I love it. And then adding the new defensive coordinator over there, I think it's going to be a crazy team to do. But so yeah, he could fit there 100%, and it would be a Super Bowl caliber team in my opinion.
Okay,
honestly.
So two things. One, the biggest problem with that is salary cap. We'd have to strip the team down to fit him in, and it would be ugly. It would be ugly. Two. And we're not going to go on. We're not going to stay on this, but I need to tell you because you brought it up. Vic Fangio. Apparently, I'm hearing in a lot of places that he's building a brand new defense that nobody's ever used.
Oh, hell yeah!
They're saying it's a new defense that nobody's ever used before, and he's building it. Apparently, he was talking to one of his buddies that's a coach in another team, and he kind of threw him under the bus and put it out there. Oh yeah, Fangio is building a defense that nobody's ever seen before.
Bro, if that's true and it's effective like his previous defenses have been, far away. Yeah. I love it. Like, I want to see them wreck I want to see them wreck Josh Allen's life.
Oh, agreed.
This year.
Agreed.
With Ramsey and Howard out there in the secondary. Woo!
Oh, but it's not just that. Our secondary, keep in mind, we have a superstar safety, Javon Holland, is coming up, right?
Dude, he's amazing too.
Everybody has been talking about, we need another safety, we need another safety, we need another safety. Did everybody forget that we had a borderline Pro Bowl safety that got hurt last year and didn't play? He's coming back and he's healthy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but I was looking at it the other day and I was like, how the hell did I forget about this guy? No.
Byron Jones?
Byron Jones is the cornerback that we just jettisoned because he didn't play for a whole year. I can't remember the name right now, but look up the roster. You'll see him.
I need to know. I'm a little upset here. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but that defense is going to be hot. The only thing, we got a linebacker in. We may need one more, and we definitely need another edge rusher. We definitely need another edge rusher on that defense. But the linebacker that they signed out of was it Carolina? that we just signed right now.
Looking at safeties, we have Clayton Fedger or something or other.
Clayton
Eric
Fedger.
Rowe.
Eric Rowe's good, but I don't think that he's the answer there. There was somebody else.
Verone McKinley.
No.
That's VM, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. There's... What's his name? The cornerback, that Igbinogphene. I forget how to say his name.
Imbanogany.
Yeah, that guy. Then there's Croson and Bethel, Campbell, Kohu. I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me see if I can find it here.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Yeah, no, I'm killing both of us because I can't think of the name right now. And I know that if we ended this right now, I'd think about it in like 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I know that for a fact because you know that's just how those things go.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm looking at the depth chart.
Okay, we got Javon Holland. Is it Brandon Jones? Is that the name I was thinking of? I believe it might be, yeah. No, it is Brandon Jones. Yeah, because he had a phenomenal year for us. And then last year, right at the beginning of the season, he got hurt.
Brandon Jones.
Yeah. Very, very good.
25 years old, 6'1", 191 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, but he's a hammer.
15 games in 2021. Let's see. 79 tackles, 48 solo tackles.
Yeah.
31 assists, 5 sacks, 10 QB hits.
I'm telling you, the dude...
1 interception.
He's not big, but he is an absolute hammer. Like, he
a ball hog.
Like nobody's business.
Yeah, and then he only played 7 games this past season.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was playing at a high level, even the fact that we were missing our corners because we were developing next to X, trying to find somebody that could fill the hole. But now that's not even an issue anymore. So now our safeties can literally sit back and do their job.
Dude, that's going to be craziness. I can't wait for this season.
Oh, yeah.
I usually, like, this time of year, I'm normally like, man, I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait for the draft because it's such... The Dolphins always make me feel hopeful during the draft, and then turn around, and then camp is amazing, and then we get into preseason, and we look good, and then we start having bad games. And then it's just heartbreak. But,
dude,
that's just the Dolphin fan. That's the Dolphin fan, though.
But that's everybody. Do you remember that Super Bowl commercial years ago? Right at the end of the commercial, they had a bunch of players, and they were singing, "Tomorrow, tomorrow, there's always tomorrow." And at the end, you see there's a boat pulling away, and there's like 5 players on there, and they're waving to the camera, and it says below, "Starting tomorrow, we're all undefeated."
I love it, man. I love it. That's awesome.
I mean, that's basically what's going on right now with Lamar. So let's get into the whole Aaron Rodgers thing, because this one is ugly. This one is ugly, and we all know it because as ugly as the Lamar thing is, this one turned personal. Because Aaron Rodgers took it, he had been asking for years for Green Bay to draft a good wide receiver, to use a high pick on a wide receiver to bring guys in. And Green Bay, to their benefit, kept saying, well, we develop wide receivers. And they have been. They keep finding receivers in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round that turn out to be really good. But, Aaron Rodgers is the king, wanted things his way. And they weren't doing it for him. Then what do? They draft Jordan Love, his replacement.
Which is, it's insult to injury.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, we're not going to spend the high draft capital to get you a wide receiver to throw to that is as talented like people like, Waddle. Uh-huh. Like, that would have been amazing if he was over there in Green Bay.
Yep.
And they had the opportunity to pick him up. There's all kinds of opportunity to pick up these amazing wide receivers every single year, and they don't and then they say, well, we're just going to go ahead and draft your replacement instead.
And not just that, that's
a smack in the face.
We're going to use more draft capital and move up to pick up your replacement, even though you're still under contract.
For no reason, like they didn't need to do that. No one wanted that guy.
No, nobody wanted him. So what did Aaron Rodgers do? He didn't say anything. He played the good soldier, but he went scorched earth and won the MVP 2 years in a row.
God forbid.
Because that's what he does.
But this guy, is, like I said, he's playing at a high level still, killing everything. I don't think that even he will find success with the Jets, though,
No.
even if they get over.
No. The Jets need a guard and a tackle, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't run the way that he used to. So if you can get he's turning into what Brady was in the middle of his career. Remember Brady, early on he could get away from the rush a little bit, then he had the knee injury, and in the middle of his career, what was the key to beating the Patriots? Get pressure up the middle, because you had to get Brady to move, and then all of a sudden he wasn't as accurate. Aaron Rodgers is becoming that little by little. He's still a phenomenal talent, just like Brady was at that point. But you've gotten rid of one of those things that terrified you, that Aaron Rodgers could take off and run for 30 yards. Will he take off and run for 10 every once in a while? Yeah, but he's not fast enough to get
Any
away
quarterback
from
can do that,
anymore.
though. If you're in the NFL and you can't run and break in an open field for 10 yards before you're able to slide, there's something wrong. You need to rethink your career choices.
Yeah.
Even if you're old, I've seen Brady do it at 70. What is he, 75 years old last year? Like, he crazy old.
Well, he was on the AARP billboard, so
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm just looking forward to seeing him retired in Miami with white shoes on. Then at that point we know it's over. No more. That's it.
Man, I gotta tell you, just thinking about this goes back to our previous, just the thought of him being an aqua and orange makes me uneasy.
It made me retch. As soon as I heard that, I was like, I mean, that's the thing, is that even if he had come to Miami and they won a Super Bowl, dude, I'd be so happy about the Super Bowl, but it would still hurt. Like, I'd want another one just to say we did it without him.
We will. That's the thing. I know that we will. This squad right now is special. It needs to be specially quick though too, because Hill ain't hanging out. He's already said 10 years and I'm gone. So he has till 2025. So we have a couple more seasons with him and we're done.
He said at the end of his Dolphins contract, it's over. I think that's 2 more years past this one. So
yes, he'll be out 2025. So we got to get on it, man. And I think if they can, they need to get that short up line, and then it'll be fine. What I can't wait to see, though, is if this idiot does go to the Jets, and Rodgers all of a sudden going against his predecessor of looking like what's his face, Favre, in a Jets uniform.
Yeah,
we saw how that worked out. This isn't going to be any better.
No, it won't be. But remember what I said about San Francisco and Lamar. Watch out for San Francisco and Aaron Rodgers. They've already reached out to Green Bay, and Green Bay leaked.
I don't doubt that.
Green Bay leaked it to get the Jets to move a little bit, and that's where, again, if it goes beyond the draft, now all of a sudden San Francisco has draft picks that they can deal.
Yeah, I have a problem. I don't think that would be a big deal if he went to the NFC there, like to the 49ers. Mm-hmm. I think he could have great success there, in honesty. I think the only place that he won't have it is where he wants to go. I want to play for the Jets next season. Like, that's the only place I don't think that he can have success, because I think it's just a dumpster fire like Green Bay has been, except for they have better targets, a few better targets, a better defense, and a half-assed line.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is the pretty girl right now. Okay?
Of course he is.
What I mean by that is they flew out, they brought him all his flowers, they took him out to dinner, they showed him, they held his hand, they got him a new bag, all those things, and they told him, "We love you, Aaron. We love you. We want you in New York. You're our guy. We're not going to cheat on you with anybody else. Don't worry about it." And they kiss Major Booty.
We won't go out there and get another quarterback in the draft.
No, we're not going to do that. And we're going to be open about it. And we're going to talk about it on ESPN when somebody says, "Are you thinking about drafting a quarterback?" No, that would be disingenuous of us. They're being open about all their plans because Aaron Rodgers. The thing is, he lives in California. And can San Francisco come out and do the pretty girl thing too and make him feel all nice? And I don't know. Hey, you had some lobster last time? How about we top that with a little caviar and make it feel real nice, huh? Look, here's some money. Go buy yourself a purse.
This is possible, and I'm not going to lie. I want him outside of the AFC East.
Oh yeah,
if possible. I've watched my wife cry about Aaron Rodgers for the last 11 years since we've been together. She's a Bears fan, as you know, and she's I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate Green Bay. That's like the biggest hate I've ever heard outside of like me and Brady and like the Patriots and the Jets. Like, I don't even hate the Bills. Honestly, I hate the arrogance that their fans have gotten into. Like,
Yes.
you haven't won anything.
Their fans used to be
You
so
haven't-
cool.
Yes, but they haven't won anything yet. Like, you guys are self-anointed Super Bowl champions every single year, and you haven't won anything yet. Why are you going to say, like, your arrogance is not needed yet?
Absolutely.
You need to chill out, support your team, stop this trash talking against other fans. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's CTE.
And just chill.
It's CTE from all those broken tables. You know, that's what it is. Like they all have brain damage now in Buffalo, and they feel like they won something, even though they've been to 4 Super Bowls and lost all of them
In a row.
Yeah, never done.
And even
anything.
then, I was like, come on, just give him one. Like, it was Jim Kelly. Come on, just one.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I felt bad for him. Obviously, you're a Hurricanes fan. I'm a Hurricanes fan. Seeing Jim Kelly out there just suffering every single year, that part was rough. The rest of it, I was laughing. I was laughing at them because it's just what it is. But you can only see Dallas win so many times. I mean, God, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, the Giants beat him too.
Yeah, who was it? It was the Giants. It was Dallas. I'm trying to think of who else they lost to. I want to say I almost want to say
Dallas
twice. Yeah, twice.
Dallas, Redskins, and Giants.
That was the one. Was the Redskins? Yes,
They should have won that one.
I knew that one, but I started thinking to the game that they beat the Broncos. That one kind of took over my thoughts there.
Yeah, I remember the one against the Giants because they lost against by a field goal. I remember that. It was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, we
and
lost.
That was the first one.
Yeah, we lost my grandmother that weekend, so it was a big deal that we were watching that game because it was kind of like, let's get away from what had been going on, in life at that point, because we were waiting to go to Dominican Republic for the funerals and stuff. So that one really sticks in my mind, and it was one of those things that even at that point I was like, no, like I can't lose my grandmother and watch the Bills win the Super Bowl in the same weekend. Like this can't happen. So the Giants. I don't hate the Giants. I don't. I kind of have a little soft spot for them because they came through, And plus, of course, they stopped the undefeated season. So,
exactly. They've come through a couple times for us. I mean, like, I'm a Manning fan forever because of that. Well, and then
coincidentally, I'm kind of wearing their colors.
You 100% are. This, I don't know if you can see this at all.
Kind of, yeah. South Florida. Uh-huh. That's
South
the Super Bowl
Florida
shirt, right?
It's the Super Bowl committee shirt, yeah.
There you go.
These are cool, man. I love these. So you can see the back. They got a...
Oh, yeah.
Like Gar Harvey stuff on them.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely don't fit in Louisiana wearing this. Like, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, no. I mean, I understand the feeling. Tampa's becoming more me all the time. There's a lot of people from Miami moving up this way, and a lot of the Hispanic population here is exploding. Big time. But yeah.
Yeah, that's all of Florida.
Oh, yeah. It's what it is. Thank God we got in when we did, and we have our nice house. So, all right, well, everybody, that's our time for the week. Thank you for joining our first show. I'm MJ. That is Dolph. We had a lot of fun doing the show. We're going to continue having some fun in the future doing these. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Post us on your Instagram. Whatever it is you can do, help grow this show because it's not our show. It's your show. We're here to have a good time and talk over things. And trust me, in the future, we're going to be having places where you can go ahead and submit some questions so we can go ahead and go off of some of those too and get our people involved. All right, but again, I'm MJ. This is Dolph. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next time. What are you waiting for? Like and subscribe below, and we'll see you next time.